I'm going to give you a strategy that can completely change your life. And if you listen to this video all the way until the end, you will become profitable this year, okay? You'll become profitable, make thousands and thousands of dollars. So let's just get straight into it and waste absolutely no time, okay? So the first thing you need to do is only trade within the London kill zone, which is from 7 a.m. until 11 a.m. on the 5-minute time frame. You need to mark out the highs and the lows of Asian session, and we identify which part of price actually gets liquidated. So let me show you exactly what this means. The blue area, all of this is Asian session. If you want this indicator, comment down below and I'll send it to you. But what you need to do is mark out the highest point, which is right here, and you mark out the lowest point of Asian session. Okay, once I've done that, that's the highest point and that's the lowest point. Once we've done that, what we need to do now is we need to identify which part of price is actually liquidated, right? So if I actually move this over, so we need to identify which part of price is liquidated. So which part of price actually gets mitigated by price right here. So is it the highs or is it the lows? So if I play price forward and keep it going, you can see it's getting closer to the highs. And there we go, it just completely swept Asian sessions highs. Okay, so once it swept Asian sessions highs, we can mark this out as our liquidity sweep. Okay, so this is our liquidity sweep right there. Once we've got the liquidity sweep, now we've completely completed the liquidity checklist. Now what we need to do is find a breakage of structure where fractional highs / lows have completely been swept, and we can reinforce our market structure shift within a Gothic candlestick if possible, right? So what we need to find now is a market structure shift towards the downside because we are trading a reversal and we need to now trade short positions. Okay, so if I play price forward and keep it going, you can see right there we just got a nice sweepage, which we will actually use. So we just swept price right there. This will be used as our market structure shift. And once we do actually get this market structure shift, all we've got to do from here on out is identify a fair value gap. Now, once we do identify the fair value gap, we overlap the fair value gap with a market structure shift for a higher probability, and then we execute the trade, right? So the fair value gap is right there. It's going to be this right here. So if I zoom in, you'll be able to see it better. So this is the fair value gap that we will actually be using, and that's all that's left. But just before that, if you've been struggling or you're in drawdown with your funded account and you don't even know what to do from here on out, listen, I've got a perfect solution for you, okay? M's Pass is the best process for you. Jamie went from $0 to 50K in 4 months. I know you might hear this and say it's crazy, but trust me, Jamie got tired, okay, of failing accounts. He joined us right after getting fired from his job. Okay, here's how we helped him. We got him a prop firm account with a 25% discount with MSPass. Okay, we give you a 25% discount coupon code, and then we pass this phase 1 and phase 2, and we manage his account for 4 months. He gets to keep 70%. We only take 30% profit of the payout. That's how we make our money. Okay, we only take the 30% after it's landed in your bank account, right? So you can see all of his payments right here. You got $5,000 first month, and then you got 14,000 next month, and then you got 16,000 next month, and then you got 7,000 next month. Completely all together, it's over 50K. You can actually start this, and you can see Marco went from 0 to 12K in 30 days with us, and so much other people. By the way, if we fail, you get a refund and $500 on top straight to your PayPal. Okay. But listen, you need to really join that program. Click the first link in the description, and I'll see you inside. But what you need to do, and it's completely free, by the way, we only have 3 spots left. So click it as fast as possible. So what I need to do now is actually short position this right here. And after I short position, I'm going to just place my stop loss just at that wick right here and place my take profit as a 1-to-3 risk to order ratio, right? So if I move this down, this will be a 1-to-3 right there. Okay, so once I get this 1-to-3, all I'm going to be doing from now is actually playing price forward, and we're going to see exactly how it runs up and how the price actually goes into the area. And there you go. So you can see if I move this over, I don't even need to move it over, but as you can see, as it moves over, it's entered right there and it's already started. So now if I keep playing it forward, you can see it's going towards the downside, and it will actually go down and completely smash our take profit. I could have easily gotten a 1-to-5 or 1-to-6 or anything like that, okay? But we need to play this as a risk game, okay? I got a 1-to-3, and I'm completely happy with the 1-to-3 that I got because this strategy is such a good structure, and I just want to follow the structure, and that's what you need to do, and you will become profitable from this strategy. I'm going to show you another example right now, but you need to listen very carefully for it. Next example, I'm going to show you so much gems in this video that you're going to completely blow your mind, right? So on the next example, what you need to do is this exact same as the other one, right? So we need to mark out the highs and the lows of Asian session, which I'm going to do right now. So this is the highest point right there, and this right down here will be the lowest point, right? So once we mark out the highest and the lowest point, what we need to do from here on out is very simple. We need to actually wait for price to actually take out one of these two areas. Let's say it took out the highs. I'm going to play fast forward, which is going to do. You can see right there it's completely taken out the highs. So this will be actually our liquidity sweep, right? So this is our liquidity sweep right there. Once we do get the liquidity sweep, what we need to do from here on out, okay? We need to find a breakage of structure where fractional highs / lows have completely been swept, and we can reinforce our market structure shift during an engulfing candlestick, right? So play price forward, we need a market structure shift towards the downside. So I'm gonna just keep it going. There you go, we're getting one. Okay, there we go. So we just got one right there. We just got a very good market structure shift towards the downside, and I'm gonna actually use this right here. So once we actually do get a market structure shift, you need to be careful on what you do from here on out, because the market is very tricky, especially the Forex market. And on Euro USD, it's very volatile and it moves a lot. And you need to really look and figure out which part of price gets mitigated first before entering, right? So once we've got the market structure shift, all we need to do from here on out is identify a fair value gap, and then we can overlap the market structure shift for a higher probability, and we can execute the trade, right? So as you can see, there's a very clear fair value gap right here that I'm going to use. This is our FVG. In the next video, I'm going to be showing you a very crazy indicator that you can use for this specific strategy, right? So as you can see, fair value gap done right there, and all I'm going to be doing is entering my sell limit right there, placing my stop loss just at the candle wick right here, placing my take profit as a 1 to 3 ratio, or 1 to 3.5. It doesn't really matter, okay, because I know this strategy will hit take profit no matter what, right? I'm gonna move this over. Okay, all I'm gonna be doing now is putting price forward. You're gonna see, okay, it's just entered right there, and I was going towards the downside, and it's gonna go and completely smash our take profit. Okay, you can see right there, it's completely smashed it, and you can always see that price when it enters our sell area, or when it enters our stop loss area, right, or the FVG, it only goes within the wick. Okay, only the wick enters, and then it goes straight back down. Okay, and if there's another candle, it does not close below the F or above the fair value gap, which is a very good sign that your trade will completely go down and smash take profit. Okay, let me show you this trade on a fundamental level, right? Because some of you have been saying on the other videos that you haven't been really getting it. So let me show you exactly how it works, right? So let's say this is Asian session. You let price do whatever it wants, right? Once it hits your specific trading time, this is what you need to do. You need to wait, and you need to mark out the highs and the lows. So this is the highest point, and this is the lowest point, right? Once you mark out the highest and the lowest point of Asian session, is what you need to do. You need to wait for price to actually mitigate one of these two areas, right? So let's say it actually took out the highs, for example, right? Or let's say it took out the lows, because it hasn't done that in the video yet. So let's say it took out the lows. Now what you need to be doing is you need to mark this out as a liquidity sweep first of all. Once you mark that out, what you've got to be doing now is wait for price to actually give you a very clear market structure shift towards upside, because we only trade a reversal, right? So you wait for price to actually give you one of these moves where it breaks on itself, right? Just like this. And we're going to be using this as our market structure shift. So this will be our MSS, which stands for market structure shift, right? So once we do get this market structure shift, the fair value gap will actually be around the market structure shift, right? So it will be anywhere around it, and you're just going to be obviously overlapping it with it. So you can see how it's overlapping with the market structure shift line, which is very good sign. And after we do that, we straight away just enter our long position, right? I'm going to enter my long position right here, place my stop loss just at the wick of the first candle of the FAG, and you can see how well it actually lines up the 1 to 3 rows to 1 ratio with Asian sessions highs, right? So let me just mark this out for you. You didn't see Asian session highs, right? And you can see how the the take profit is actually exactly at the Asian sessions highs, because price will go back down, hit the FVG, and it will go back up and completely smash Asian sessions highs, right? So that's what we're expecting, and this is what was going to happen. So you're going to be waiting for price to actually go back down, bounce in the FVG area, and then it will go up and completely smash your take profit. So this is exactly how price will move every single day, and how you need to start catching this movement every single day, right? And if you don't catch this, you will not become profitable. I'm sorry. And if you want to become profitable without knowing all this, all you've got to do is join my M's Pass. First, look at the description. There's only 3 spots left, right? So let me give you another actual case study, right? So let me go down. So Louisa, she went from $0 to $3,100 in a single month. Okay, that's more than her current job. Is way more than it, and she completely left her job. So she came to M's Pass after blowing 4 accounts. Here's what we did to her. Okay, M's Pass, we covered 25% of her 50k account that she wanted. We covered 25% of it, and also we passed her phase 1 and phase 2, and we managed his account for 4 months, right? After we got a payout, she kept 70%, and we only took 30% of the payout. We only took the 30% after the money has already been in her bank account, right? We do not take it any before that, or we do not ask for your account details or anything like that. We only take it once you send it to us, once it lands in your bank account. You have a full guarantee and a full refund policy, okay? So there's literally no risk. You're working with the best players in the game, and you're working with the best service providers in the game. There's only 3 spots left. Make sure you join as fast as possible, and I'll see you inside. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video.